everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we have an offense that keeps itself on the field. The Steelers are top 10 in converting on third down, and they'll be up against that Jags defense that wants to get off the field.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now the rookie first-rounder from LSU, it's Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Brad Nortman in his 6th year in the league on to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. Again, it's Bell.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you described that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was zero space. No gain.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, here's Fournette. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, something...
And a loose football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now. Blue for the left.
They begin with a run by Fournette. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you surrender 24 turnovers in a season, 16 interceptions, 8 fumbles lost, Blake Bortles, you do hire a quarterback guru to try and get you right, don't you?
And that's what he did. Has to limit those turnover numbers, doesn't he?
He has a defense that's ready to play right now. He needs to help them by taking care of the ball.
Black 58, rail. Ready. Blue 45. Black 58, rail. Black 58, rail.
On play action, now Bortles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And the Steelers set to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one, but incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Jordan Berry now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Fournette, a first down carry. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. To throw, it's Bortles. Completes it to Lee. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Midfield, here's Bortles. He's going to sling this deep down. He's got it at the 15. A gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 11-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And coming up later tonight in the NFL, we'll have the Chiefs heading down to Houston to take on the Texans. And then on Monday night, it'll be an NFC North battle. Vikings and Bears from Soldier Field.
Traditional rivals getting after it one more time.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams. Right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
23 yards on the play.
Jesse James, 10 catches, 131 yards in the Steelers' 2 playoff games last year. A more than reliable tight end, a guy who can create big-time plays downfield. But let's face it, partner, you love calling that name in a game, don't you?
I do. But as we saw right there, he's really reliable on third down, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Jesse James.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Come on, let's go.
Now they send a running back in motion right. They run with Williams out of the Wildcat. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. D'Angelo Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory. Right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Again, it's Fournette. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. James Harrison from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. T.J. Watt in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On play action, it's Bortles. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Slot man moves right. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll toss it to Fournette. Powers through him. And now running right through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. On the return, this is Denard Robinson. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Around the NFL, they're in the second in Philly. And the Eagles out in front early. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now some love it, some hate it. Here it is. It's the Wildcat look. Here's a direct snap to Bell. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
They'll go again with Bell, and he'll be brought down here at the 28. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Malik Jackson with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A big 30-yard play on third. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And it's the Cardinals who have scored to grab the lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Ben Heaney able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. Fournette fighting through. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. Fournette. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And a short gain here, down to the 22. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And Myers able to knock it through. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So it's his 3rd field goal now of the ball game, and they have needed his leg because this last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, Brandon, but now you've got to tell your defense, hey, we need to stop here so we can let this momentum carry us through to the next drive.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go!
Now a wildcat look. It's Bell. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. And a great spot to start this drive from here. The pitch to Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that makes it a 9-point game. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Telvin Smith coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by our defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the defense not hanging their heads from the previous play where they were beat for a big run, came back on the very next down and made a play defensively that was to their credit.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll move him back within 6 now. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. This is Fournette. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Fournette, first down, still going. The 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. On the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And the Eagles have taken a lead late in that one. Shotgun now for Bortles. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. On second down, it's Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me.
And the pressure gets to him again. Malik Jackson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen. You'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jags, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.